Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our channel, How to Manage Your Relationship, based on our book, best-selling book, which a lot of you have loved and continues to bless us as time goes by. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our YouTube channel, How to Manage Your Relationship. And this is based on our book, our best-selling book, which has blessed a lot of people around Africa and the world. We thank God for the opportunity to be able to connect with you on YouTube. It's been long in coming. Finally, we get around to doing it. Now, I'm going to run this channel by giving, depending on the feedback that I get, dealing with a topic of particular interest to followers. And the first topic I want to deal with is what has been a big issue on our Facebook page, especially by the ladies. And it's a question that I think a lot of women are battling with. And it's something that I feel it's about time we dealt with. It is the question of, why do men cheat? It is not something that I expect to deal with quite comprehensively and be able to give you definite answers. But I really hope that the feedback I give might be useful to you in terms of understanding, bringing some understanding to the situation and helping you to deal with it, just in case you're going through the same. There's several reasons why men cheat. But the most basic one is what we might call biological. The hormone testosterone, which is predominant in men, is an aggressor testosterone. It's an aggressor hormone, and it's basically responsible for deceiving men into thinking that they can be able to have more than one girlfriend or one wife. Now, it is important to understand this hormone because most times a man quite driven by the hormone testosterone thinks that he is using his brain to come to certain decisions he makes, when in fact testosterone, being almost like a drug, is the one that's guiding his decisions, and oftentimes it can easily end in tragedy. And this is something that I want to share with men. I have had the advantage of time and of knowledge, exposure, and I'm sharing this information in the hope that it can help especially men. I can tell you that no man is sufficiently equipped to handle more than one woman. As a matter of fact, one woman is more than enough for every man. Most times a man goes in search of another woman, saying to himself that his wife is nagging, or his woman is nagging, or she doesn't satisfy him. What makes you think that if one cannot satisfy you, two will? It doesn't work out that way. It's not as if you had two, then you're going to have more of what you want. It is often the case that if you have two, then you're going to double your problems or triple them, as it were. Now, to stick to the topic, one of the biological reasons why men tend to pursue more than one woman is biological, and it's biological in this sense. Men can compartmentalize affection and sex. A man is able to love a woman and yet be able to still go out and have sex with another woman without seeing any relationship between the two, because the sexual drive in a man can be triggered by any woman, virtually any woman. Of course, when it comes to love, which is an emotional thing, it's not necessarily any woman or every woman who will trigger his love, but sex. The sex trigger can be found in almost any woman he looks at. Now, let's understand a little bit of how God, in his wisdom, made the woman. A woman's attraction to a man is manifold. There's the physical, then there is the emotional, then the intellectual. Most times a man is attracted to a woman less because of her intellect, more because of her physical attributes. The sight of a boob or a breast, the size of a bum, a buttock, an ass, as we call it, can also trigger a man to want a woman. The thighs and her voice, and a few of these other things, her shape, the hips, can also trigger a man into wanting a woman. And somebody gave very wise words and said, a man has only enough blood for either of two things. He's either thinking or he's having an erection. And it's for this reason why prostitutes find it easy to capture the attention of men, why prostitutes dress the way they do, because they know once a man sees a certain part or certain parts of her body, his brain goes to sleep and his erection begins to determine what he does next. And so this is the reason why a man is able to sleep with one woman and totally not be in love with her, and yet be able to totally be in love with another woman and still be able to cheat on her or sleep with another woman in spite of her. Now, this is not something that's easy to explain intellectually, because the whole thing is not intellectual, it's instinctual in men. It's an instinct in men to want the female form if it triggers him hard enough, without necessarily thinking about what the consequences of such an interaction can bring forth. So I hope that in terms of the intellect, that brings that out. And of course, intellectually, then it explains the historical aspect, in that our ancestors have tended to be polygamous. Now, that polygamy was always based on two sides of the same coin, as it were. One is the man's desire to have every new woman he sees. The second is the woman's desire to be close to a man who can provide. That is to say that even if the man is already hitched and is married, a woman may still want to be with him because he may be able to provide. Now, these are some of the issues that a woman needs to navigate when she is relating with a man, especially a man who's not single. And the reason why this matters in the end is because even though a young man with a lot of testosterone in his blood might think he can be able to handle more than one woman, usually in the long run it doesn't work, because women are baby-making machines. A man can enjoy good sex with a woman, and a woman can enjoy good sex with a man, but in the end, chances are that unless the woman is on contraceptives, she's going to conceive. And then the problems start. Now, some men think that since I made this woman pregnant, I can be able to take care of the baby, the woman can take care of herself. But that doesn't make sense. And women are right to demand that you take care of more than just the baby, because it's you who put them in the family way. It's you who made them pregnant. And since a woman who's pregnant or a woman who has a baby is usually not as attractive to men as a mating partner as one who doesn't have a baby, it therefore follows logically that since you are the one who put her in the family way and therefore kind of removed her from the market, that you should be able to take care of her as much as you're taking care of the baby. And I think it's reasonable. It's a reasonable demand that men should not squirm from. They should not deride. They should not excuse themselves from. If you have made a woman pregnant, you should be in a position to take care of both her and the baby. Now, a warning is best given to the women. When a man has sex with you, it doesn't follow that he wants a long-term relationship with you. It does not follow that he is in love with you. It does not follow that he finds you attractive way after bed. that this is something a woman needs to pay particular attention to, because a lot of women get pregnant and then get shocked when the man turns tail and runs. It is very common. And so to the young women out there who are looking for a relationship, are in love and are busy having sex, thinking, yeah, we are in love, we are having sex, be very careful. There are too many examples out there for you to have missed them. There are lots of single women, single mothers who got pregnant and were abandoned. Don't be victim, be wise. Go to bed with a man only if you've determined that you're able to be a single mother, or if you've determined that he's able to be a father to your baby and a man to you, or a husband to you. So be careful and take care of yourself, because a baby is a full-time job. If you don't get the support of a man to take care of the baby, it is going to be a lot of tears. I'm a father. I know taking care of children is no walk in the park. I can't imagine how hard it is for a single woman to bring up a baby on her own, and especially the bitterness that results out of knowing that as you slave with a child, a father is running out there pretending to be single. This is my advice for fellow men, as well as for other women out there who are looking out for a man. And so now keep track of the things I've said. The capacity of a man, the instinct in a man to want more than one woman is inbuilt. It comes as a result of mostly of testosterone, which makes it possible for a man to, in a single day, be able to have sex, if it were possible, with more than one woman. Because he's able to have an erection and is able to ejaculate. So in theory, a man can be able to impregnate as many women as he has sex with. A woman can't do the same. Once a woman conceives, she's in many cases not able to conceive again until a baby is born. So those are the biological factors. So women are best advised to go to bed with a man only if you have determined that you are not able to get pregnant in the first case, or you're able to get pregnant and can be able to take care of the baby on your own, or you are sure this man is going to be able to stand with you and be a father to the child, as well as a man or a husband to you. I hope this helps. Please go to the channel, like it, follow it. Let's get it running. I'm ready to serve you. And put your comments down there, because in our next topic, we'll always be trying to address the issues that have been raised in the comments. The most common issues that are raised in the comments will be the issues that we try to address in every episode. Thank you very much. I hope you find this helpful. I hope you find this useful. And if you're not satisfied with the answers I have given, please let me know so that I can be able to address the issue more comprehensively next time. It's the first video. I expect that it's not perfect, but I hope that it's able to answer the many questions that you may have. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Until next time. Bye-bye. And by the way, I'm trying very hard to make it possible for us to be able to send this book to you. If you're in Kenya, it's easy. If you're in East Africa, it's fairly easy. If you are outside of East Africa, it's going to be costly. And I hope we can work together so that you can be able to pay for the cost, including that of shipping. And then I can be able to send you the book. Thank you very much. Until next time. Bye-bye.